Moi everyone and welcome to Finish Your Plate. Long drink is of course a well-known drink in Finland, but I was recently pleasantly surprised to see there's a new flavor out here in America, and I went to my local liquor store and I picked up all the different varieties that are out there right now. So I figured, why don't we do a taste test and compare them and see which ones we like more. So you've tried a long drink before, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, thanks to you. I've tried the original, and I've tried, well, mostly the original and the cranberry. But
Okay.
I think I may have had what is this one, the strong
The
one?
strong one.
Yeah. I think I
Yeah.
may have had that one once.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you.
Just a little bit right now because we have a lot to go. So this is the original flavor. This is supposed to be pretty much the way it was in Finland for decades. Recently they've come out with a lot of new flavors even in Finland, but this is like the baseline, the base standard flavor.
Cheers.
Cheers. This one, it is very true to the original one, I think. However, with this one, I would almost prefer if they kicked down the sweetness just a notch. I think it's just maybe a tiny bit too sweet, but it's still pretty good, especially on a hot summer day like this.
Now, is the drink that this comes from as sweet as this? Normally?
I think it's not quite as sweet. However, I've seen people on Facebook claim the other way around. My experience is that the original one from Finland is not as sweet as this, but I've seen people claim the other way around. So who knows? I guess individual taste varies. So some people see it as sweeter, some don't.
Yeah.
But it's definitely very. It has those grapefruit notes, the grapefruit taste to it.
What are the base ingredients to long drink?
I think it's just gin, grapefruit soda, or grapefruit juice and soda water. Oh, and sugar, of course.
So you think maybe they're going a little heavy on the grapefruit?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's very well possible. But of course, even if you copy a product like that, you don't necessarily want to make it taste like the original because you want to put your own spin to it. And I'm sure the type of gin you use,
Affects it.
affects it as well. I know myself, I love gin. Gin is one of my favorites.
Same
So
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Always trying to collect different gins.
yeah, for sure. So that's why this long drink is kind of nice, especially I'm happy that it's available in the U.S. right now. From pretty much, I had no trouble finding these at all. I went to my local friendly liquor store just up the street, and he had them in stock. So they were very easy to find.
Yeah, it's funny. After you introduced me to this, I started seeing it everywhere. So I don't know if it's
right.
just started getting popular when you introduced me to it,
It's
or
possible, yeah.
did I just once you see something one time, you start seeing it a lot?
I think this is an East Coast. This is made in New York, though. So I think this is not quite as readily available on the West Coast, California. But I think what I've heard is that California actually has their own. There's another brand that they make somewhere in California.
The same brand, or
No,
just
no.
you
Different
mean-
brand.
Oh,
different
brand,
company, different brand,
but
different
long drink.
long
the
drink.
recipe.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And they definitely are. I think what I've heard, they are some Finns that started the product over there. I mean, the baseline is pretty true to the original, though. This one is, I believe, sugar-free. Yes, 0 sugar. It doesn't actually say what they use to sweeten it with, so that's a mystery.
Maybe it's grown with sugar-free grapefruits.
Oh, maybe. Maybe those grow in California.
Oh, yes.
There we go. But that's kind of funny, in America, because liquor is not required to put ingredients on
Yep.
the cans, on the bottles.
Or
There's no ingredient statement.
the facts. What do they call them?
Yeah,
Nutrition facts.
Nutrition facts. Yeah, I mean this one has serving facts, but it does not. It's not like the same format that you have on on regular food items. I think it's only here just as a marketing.
It's not exactly. It's
Yeah.
not on this one. I
Right.
was trying to compare to see
Yeah,
what
because
the
this
actual,
one says calories 99, so I think it's only here just for marketing purposes and not really for food labeling. Definitely not food labeling, because liquor is not bound to the same standards.
Exactly.
All right,
Cheers.
so let's try this zero sugar.
I'm getting like a more grapefruity smell.
Really? You know what? This one is not quite as sweet as the. I don't think. Oh, but the alcohol level. This one is only 5%, so it's like 0.5% less alcohol. I don't know if that affects the taste too, but that's kind of interesting that it's just a little bit less alcohol.
Now, like zero sugar aside, do you like the sweetness level of this one better?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And I don't get the artificial sugar
No.
flavor in this at all. So I don't know what they use
But
for.
Yeah, it must be, right? Oh, sucrose. Here you go.
Oh, sucralose.
Sucralose,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I might almost prefer this to the regular one as far as the sweetness goes. It's could go either way.
Well, I mean, if I'm drinking a lot of them, for sure.
Yeah.
But I do like the taste of the first one.
Right.
Yeah. When I was younger, I would like when I went on vacation, I would get a grapefruit, and then we'd take a sugar packet and put it over the top.
Oh,
and
right,
eat it
right,
that
right.
way. And
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. Did you use like those special grapefruit spoons that have the what do you call
Like
the
the fork?
serrated edge? It's a spoon
No,
with a
I-
serrated edge.
we would cut it. We would cut like each individual,
okay,
and then
okay,
cut
yeah,
around
yeah.
the outside,
Yeah.
and then scoop out
Right,
the
right, right.
individual slices.
I guess if you're, did you do that in New York? I mean, New York
Yeah.
is not really known for its grapefruits.
I guess we imported them from Finland, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Third one, this is the strong one. So this is called strong citrus. This one is 8.5% alcohol. So this one's a little bit,
I gotta be careful around the sledge with that one.
yeah, don't fall over. Let's try this.
Cheers.
Cheers. This one again is not quite as sweet as the first one.
Yeah.
I think in sweetness, this is less sweet than the white one.
I think you're right. And I mean, you get more of that alcohol flavor, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely like sweetest. And then, I mean, this obviously has zero sugar, but the actual sweetness level, sucralose is very sweet. It's like
Oh, yeah.
several times more sweeter
Oh,
than
yeah, yeah.
sugar.
It is.
So,
Yeah.
so it's interesting that this one is less sweet, but then you got this one, which is even a little more mild.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed that all of these say the legend on them.
The legend.
Is that, have you read the legend?
What does it say?
It says, the roots of long drinks go all the way back to 1952 Summer Games in Finland, when the country of only 4 million people was still recovering from the Second World War. Concerned with how to serve drinks quickly enough to all visitors, the government commissioned the creation of a revolutionary new liquor drink, and so the first long drinks were born. Is that the actual true legend?
I think that's accurate. I think that's what happened. But even after, decades after, it survived through, through my childhood, 80s, 90s. And even back then, this was really the only alternative to beer. So let's say if you went to a bar and, you wanted to drink, it was either beer or long drink. A lot of people like to have it over ice. So when you go to like a bar in Finland, they usually ask, "Oh, do you want it over ice?" And they usually have it on tap too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, on tap.
On tap. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But now there's also, I think in the past, I want to say maybe like 10 years, there's been a whole explosion of different brands too, because before there was only one brand, but now there's been several different brands that make the long drink, and also different flavors too. Like I said, the original, that's really what it used to have for decades.
Kind of sounds like the draft beer in the U.S. Sorry, not draft beer, the craft beer in the
Oh,
U.S.
right, yeah, sure, yeah.
It's kind of like
same
exploding
time,
with the,
same time for sure.
you know.
And the other kind of oddity with that was that there were actually two versions of this original one. One that was sold in liquor stores, which was made with gin and grapefruit juice. Then there was one that was available in regular grocery stores, but that one was more like malt liquor with flavorings added to it because of liquor laws. So you could not sell distilled liquor drinks at regular grocery stores. Only liquor stores would be able to sell distilled. So it's kind of same as in New York. The law is very similar in New York. However, that changed, I want to say, maybe about 5 years ago. So now even this one, which people prefer by far, prefer by far the distilled, the gin-made version rather than the malt liquor version. People in Finland think that in America, they sell, they might go to California, Florida, or something like that. I don't know what the liquor laws are in Florida.
Yeah.
But in California, for sure, you can buy vodka at regular grocery stores. But it varies state by state. So each state is different. In some states, there's even like state-owned liquor stores. That's not the case in New York. In New York, we have liquor stores, but they're not state-owned. But only liquor stores can sell like the Long Drink, for example, in New York.
I went to college in Pennsylvania. They have laws where you can't have any liquor in a supermarket. So even beer.
Oh, not even beer.
You have to go to what they call a beer distributor.
Oh,
that's what they call it down there. And
oh, wow.
It might have changed recently, but
yeah.
So they love coming up to New York, and it's like, you can get beer in the supermarket. This is awesome.
Yeah, and then when you go to California, you got vodka in the supermarket, right next to the chips or whatever, We're venturing now out to a little bit different because these are not grapefruit flavor. This one's cranberry. So let's try this one.
It's definitely got a different color.
It does. All righty. Cheers. A lot of people like to drink cranberry vodka, maybe.
Yeah.
So I think this kind of reminds me of that with some carbonation.
Yeah. You definitely get the cranberry flavor. It almost tastes like, when I was young, I drank a lot of Ocean Spray cranberry juice.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it tastes like that. It's cranberry, so it's like pretty much alcohol cranberry.
But I don't think I get a lot of gin in this, like the juniper flavor.
No.
This might as well just be cranberry vodka. It says it's cranberry gin, but to me this might as well just be cranberry vodka.
Ooh, it also it's colored with elderberry.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't even get that color from cranberry.
Oh, right.
I presume we're going to rank these at some point. And
yes.
This is probably already a little lower on my list.
Yeah, mine too.
As I really like the cranberry. I mean, I really like the grapefruit flavor.
This one's pretty light though, and I do like that it's not very sweet.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so that's definitely a plus with this one. It is pretty easy drinking.
Yeah, I gotta retaste this one for a second. I gotta just rebase myself here. Yeah, that one, I don't know if it's the sweetness or like the acidity. It just like it really gets you right away.
With the blue one.
Yeah. Like, it's sweet. Like now that I go back to it, it is sweet, but it's also like acidic. I don't know.
Oh. Sometimes grapefruit is a little bit bitter. Do you get any of that bitter flavor?
Yeah, for sure.
I know you like a lot of bitter stuff.
Yes.
And me kind of too. One time I remember we went to Las Vegas. We went to the World of Coca-Cola, and we had the Beverly soda there, which I think if you've ever had it, I think people mostly hate it. They take maybe a sip of it, and then they sit.
That's my favorite.
Then they spit it out.
Like I wish they give you 10 different flavors. I wish they could all be Beverly.
Yeah.
They also do that in Epcot, right?
Yeah, I think they might. Yes.
And they have like the bitter one that nobody goes for.
Yes.
But I love that one.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the Italian drink Chinotto?
Yes.
That's like a very...
Do they still have... I remember I saw it like years ago. I saw it in a store, but do they still make
Yes,
that?
yes.
Oh, they still make
do.
that.
You know, like the San Pellegrino sodas?
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes they have the Kinato flavor.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
But now they have, like, when I was younger, they just had that one glass bottle
Right.
that had Kinoto. And
Yes.
now, like, actually, a couple different companies make it. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's really good. I
Oh,
love
okay.
that. It's bitter orange flavor. And then they also have Sin Bitter. Did you ever have a Sin
What's that?
Bitter? It's like it's a little drink like this big.
Okay.
And it's red.
Okay.
And it's just like a very bitter soda. It kind of tastes like Kinato, but
Is that an Italian thing?
yeah. Well,
Where have you seen it? I know,
my
I don't know.
Italian grandparents used to buy it all the time. It
Well,
was like
it
Kinato
sounds like an
and Sin
Italian
Bitter.
thing, then. Yeah.
And my mom always wouldn't let me drink it because she's like, it's gonna dye your stomach red. And I was like, I would always think like, who's gonna see my stomach? Like, what's the big deal?
Right.
You know, if it's red.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And then the last one. This is the new flavor. So this one was, I said that these are easily available. This one was a little bit more difficult to find because I had to go all the way to New Jersey to get this. As you know, some of you know, New Jersey, New York, it's a little bit of a trip. So for whatever reason, it's not available in New York, but I found it. It's peach flavor. It says gin with natural peach and juniper berries, carbonation, colored with carrot juice. So it's kind of healthy drinking too, because
Okay.
you're drinking carrot
Okay.
juice.
Get the beta carotene.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm most excited for this one. I've never
Okay.
had this one,
Okay.
and I love peach.
Yeah, me too.
Peachy.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, it's very peach forward. It's again, this is not at all as sweet as the original one.
I think you should revisit the original one like me. Because like now that I've tasted this one, it doesn't feel as sweet. When I
Really?
first had the kick. Yeah.
Really? Okay, I'll
So,
try them.
You gotta
I'll try it.
just at the end go back.
Okay.
But yeah, does taste a little less sweet. But I love that peach. Yeah.
Yeah, the peach flavor is very nice.
Before this video, I was looking up a little bit about Long Drink, and I found the name for Long Drink in Finnish.
Okay.
I was gonna like impress you with it, but I now don't remember what it was. I'm gonna try. It was like Lonkolo, something
Close enough. Close. Lonkero.
like Lonkero.
Lonkero.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's like it's like it's not the official name. That's just like how people call it. The official name is still Long Drink.
They literally say Long Drink.
Yes,
Oh.
on the can, because it's an English name. It was maybe not so suitable in Finnish vocabulary, so that's why it came up with Lonkero. So do you know what Lonkero means directly, like literally translated?
Long Drink.
No.
Oh.
It means a tentacle.
I read that. I actually did read that, and I forgot. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tentacle, like in a squid.
But is that's not related at all to Long Drink, right? Why? I read why it was.
I
called
mean,
tentacle.
people just started calling it as
Oh.
Lonkero.
Give me a tentacle. I'll have one
Yeah,
tentacle.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, especially for Finns, any word that has two consonants in the beginning, those are very troublesome. Like drink, there's a D and R, so that's difficult for Finns to pronounce.
Really?
Yeah.
Just but like
Because the
specifically
Fi-
in the beginning or
Yeah,
anywhere. In the word?
because in Finnish language, native words always, the first or the second letter is always a vowel.
Like salmiakki.
Salmiakki, for example. Yes, correct.
Another thing you introduced me to that I love. We got to do a licorice video one day.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do a taste test with different salmiakki. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it does not quite come out as so sweet forward than it did right afterward.
Yeah.
When we first tasted
I
it.
feel like it was the first one we had, so it was like going from an empty palate to like a sweet, sugary palate.
Oh, yeah. But I would, this would be good for, like definitely in the summertime when it's hot like like this. These are, you're out in a park. You're drinking
Yeah.
from a paper bag.
Yeah.
You know.
Paper bag.
Yeah. There's a Finnish word called pussikalja, which means plastic bag beer.
Plastic bag beer.
Yeah, it's when you go to the store actually you go to the store, you buy some beer and you drink it in like a like a park or something, like you have the beer in a plastic bag. What do you think? How would you rank them?
All right. So I'm going to go from my least favorite to my favorite.
Okay.
So just because I love grapefruit, I'm going to have to rank the cranberry one last.
Okay.
And actually, that's the one I've had the most of, is the regular and the cranberry.
Okay.
And I much prefer the regular.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with 5 for the cranberry.
Okay.
Then I'm probably going to go with 3, if I know my numbers, 4 for the strong one. Because unless I'm trying to really go overboard here, I don't really see a need to drink that one.
Yeah. Hey, why don't we arrange them in the order that you... So that's...
So
okay.
5, 4.
4. Okay. And then you have these 3 left.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to go with the 0 sugar for number 3 because I'll drink it if I'm on a diet, you know? It still tastes good, but in terms of favorite taste, I need that sugar. So it's between these two.
Okay.
I love the original, and I love peach.
Okay.
So the only reason I'm going to go with this answer as number 1 is because I just feel like the natural flavors are better. So I'm going to give the peach a 2.
Okay.
And I'm going to give a number 1 to the grapefruit.
Okay.
I don't know if this is true, but like, it feels like a little bit of a fake peach to me. And
it does say natural flavors.
It does say natural peach.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And I could just be like manipulated by the other fake peach flavors
and
other stuff.
Yeah.
But like the colored with, like
Yeah, okay.
I
get what you mean, though.
I just like the grapefruit flavor, the natural grapefruit.
So my ranking would be, I'll put this in the last spot as well. Now it gets difficult. They are all very close.
Good, yeah.
Let me see. I'll put this one next. This is going to be controversial. I'm going to put this one in the middle.
That's the long drink.
And then I'm going to put this one and then the black one at top.
You like a strong drink.
I do like a strong, but I feel like also the sweetness of the original one is just a little bit too much for me. So I was also kind of debating just because of that. Would I want to swap these two? At the end,
really?
I feel like this one still deserves to be. I mean, it's a really close call. By no means, I would not turn down the red one.
Yeah,
I would not turn it down. But I think that would be my. Anyway, thanks for coming here, tasting these long drinks, and
no problem.
Joining me here on this channel. And if you like this, please subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time on Finish Your Plate.
See you guys.